Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. All right, you guys, before we get to the stories for the day, a little bit of housekeeping. First, I want to talk to you guys about Roxy Reads Book Club. If you guys did not see my video on Monday, then I am here to let you know that Roxy Reads Book Club is now live, and the link for the Patreon account has been added to my description box. Okay, so you guys can go down there if you're interested in joining. It is a paid subscription, $2 a month, and you will be in. This Saturday will be our first live video chat. It's a meet and greet of sorts, just all of us getting together. I wanted to let everybody know that the meeting is going to be scheduled for from 5 to 6. I took a poll, and that was the one that got the most votes. So 5 to 6 is the time, and that will be on Saturday, February 8th. I'm excited about seeing all of you guys and talking to all of you guys, and you know, just us getting to know each other, know who are our book club members and all of that. So it's just really it's totally just a meet and greet. You know, we'll probably get some things straightened out, things that people have questions about. It'll all take place there. I wanted to let you guys know also, because I've had a lot of people reach out to me about their own books that they have written. And I had decided, I told you guys before, but many of you probably didn't see that video, but I am not going to be doing like any self-published or like Rockstar type books in the book club. I just have made a decision. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. And it's for a couple of different reasons I won't even get into today. There may be a time where 1 month I may feature a rock star, but that is so tentative. You know, I wouldn't even count on it. Okay, so I'm sorry. I know there is a lot of talent out there that have reached out, but as of now, that is not what we're doing. Okay, so I wanted to get that out there. Make sure you guys know that, because I've gotten so many. I mean, I swear I didn't know I had so many people that was writing books out there. Good luck to you all, though, on that venture. But yeah, so it's up. Like I said, $2 a month. Try to make it reasonable. If you're not interested in the book club, you know, that is totally fine. This channel will stay the way that it is with the videos that come up. The book club videos will be exclusive to that Patreon account. I'm just talking about it now because we're leading up to it, and I'm trying to get, you know, get the word out to everybody that it is about to go, you know, that we're about to be in the meeting. So that's pretty much it. Thank you to everybody so far who has supported, even if there's been some people that aren't really even interested in the book club and just kind of wanted to support some kind of way, and I appreciate that as well. You can always pop in whenever you want. You know, you'll have access. So that's all. It is so dark out, you guys. I look like fuzzy and everything, but it's so dark. The lighting is terrible. I guess I could turn on the light. Ooh, does that make a difference? Does that help? It's like a halo, huh? Maybe one is not too bad. Okay, maybe we'll leave that. Well, no. We'll leave it off. Anyway, you guys, that's it on the book club. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. If you're interested, the link is below. Go and subscribe. You guys, first story up. Politics. It's a little bit of everything that's going on in politics right now, so I'll just kind of start at the top of my list. First of all, the impeachment. It's a wrap on that. Y'all, YSAP was acquitted. What were the charges? Abuse of power, and I think obstruction of Congress or something. I think those are the two charges, and he was acquitted on both. Of course, the Republicans were the majority. They all voted to pass him on through, except for one lone standout. That would be Mitt Romney in Utah, who said that his faith, his deep belief in God would not let him go against his oath, you know, to protect his constituents, the people that he represent. And he feels like Donald Trump violated and was abusing his power. So he voted. He's the first person to vote against their party to impeach someone. And yeah, you guys, it's going to be tough for Mitt Romney. I don't know if his people believe that Donald Trump is guilty behind closed doors, but you guys know the Republicans, they are a united front. And when somebody goes against it like this, I have a feeling that he is going to be he's in for some tough times within his party. So that was actually a big deal. I was really shocked that he did that. He can pretty much count himself hated by YSAP. It's just, I believe that will be, Mitt Romney is going to feel those flames exactly the same. But good for him, because, what do they say? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. So that's what happened there. But yet and still, Donald Trump will be continuing on, as we already knew. They had already said that they were not going to, impeach him or charge him. They weren't going to find him guilty. They were going to keep him in office. So none of this is really a surprise to me, but I think some people are still surprised. Like, you guys haven't learned after these 3 years? The man seems to be able to do what he wants to do. So anyway, that's that. The State of the Union was the other day. I was annoyed, did not want to see it. Mr. wanted to watch it just so he can see what lies the man was going to tell. I got up and walked my damn dog. I was just over it. But I did see when they walked in, I did see when he gave Nancy Pelosi the stiff, would not shake her hand. I did see when she tore up the paperwork, the written speech that he gave, made a very big statement by ripping it up and just kind of tossing it to the side. When the reporters caught up with her afterwards, they asked her why she did that, and she said, because it is a manifesto of mistruths. Okay. I just didn't have the energy to sit up there and listen to him talk about all of the things that he has done. Okay. I just. And of course, now that he has been acquitted, he put out he said, haters, I'm not going anywhere, haters, or something like that. He tweeted, and he put out a quite scary video of him basically being president forever. Somebody actually said, I think I was watching Bill Maher, and he mentioned how he felt like when it's time for, if Donald Trump lost the next election, he felt like he won't leave the office. And that video made me feel like, does he think that he's going to be there forever? Like, what the fuck is going on? It is just, that video was so spooky, because it was just, you have to see it. He's standing at the podium, and the years are changing, and it's going on and on and on and on as if he's going to live forever. He is a fucking maniac. Like, I can't even express the emotions that he brings up in me. I just cannot stand him. Even I hate him. That is such a horrible thing to say, but I really, honestly, I do. I hate that man. I don't even feel good letting somebody have that much control over my, how I feel, my feelings. But I just really do, you guys. I do. And it's just a shame that he continues to just kind of get away with what he wants, So anyway, that is what's going on there. The Iowa caucus, that has turned out to be quite a mess. I'm sorry, that's still in my ear. That's turned out to be quite a mess, because they were having problems with the, tabulating the results. And they're saying that it is an extremely complicated process that they kind of feel like needed to be overhauled a long time ago. But they were expecting the results the next day. 3 days later, I guess it was 3 days, 2 or 3 days later, they finally got the results as of yesterday at 96% of all of the votes, being in. It looks like Pete Buttigieg. Am I saying his name right? Buttigieg, Pete B, whatever his name is. He is in first place, which is like, you know, like, what is going on here? They said that he is winning. Okay. He has 11 delegates and 26.2%. Bernie Sanders is coming in second with 11 delegates and 26.1%. And then Elizabeth Warren is in third with 5 delegates and 18.2%. And then you got Joe Biden, you know, dragging in at a miserable 4th place, no delegates, and a 15.8%. Okay, so I don't know where this Pete guy just all of a sudden came up. They say that the person that wins the Iowa caucus is usually the person that goes on to win for the Democratic seat, so he can go against, you know, the president. So I don't even know what to make of that. I honestly don't know what's going on there. Okay, so my political pundits out there, maybe you guys can weigh in and kind of shed some light on what that situation is. But I don't think that they expected Pete to swing on up there. They're saying something about he was able to find some sort of loophole. I didn't read too much into it, but I saw that Elizabeth Warren was blaming him for some financial loophole that he was able to find that, for whatever reason, helped him get to that place. Okay, so that's it on politics, you guys. I don't know how many of us are too surprised about that impeachment, but anyway, it's time to move. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that State of the Union address. Now, Rush Limbaugh had just announced that he had stage 4 cancer, and even if Rush Limbaugh is not my favorite person, you know, I hate to hear when people have cancer. I honestly believe it is a very painful and horrible disease that not only breaks down the person that has it, but also everybody around that person, family, friends. It is horrible. So I wouldn't want to wish cancer really on my worst enemy. So I feel for Rush Limbaugh. Okay. However, him getting the highest medal in the land, I just don't understand. This is how stupid y'all president is. Okay, you're giving this medal to this man. What has he done other than been a successful radio talk show host for all these years? I mean, what has he done that? I mean, if I was in the military, or if I was really an activist, or there's many people out there who deserve this medal. Okay. People who have suffered and been through things that they've overcome. Okay. And you're giving it to Rush Limbaugh. I honestly was like, this is a fucking shit show, you guys. A shit show. You know? So I just, when Bukky was doing my hair the other day, I asked her when she goes home to Africa, you know, what do they think about us? And she's like, they don't even really think about us. They just kind of be like, oh, you know, what's up with your president or something? But they don't really. I was like, because it's an embarrassment. Like, what must the rest of the world think about what is fucking going on over here? It is unbelievably just. Anyway, you guys. That's enough on politics, right? Y'all got it, right? Okay, let's move on. Also wanted to give you guys a quick update on the coronavirus. In short, it is growing. Okay, the death toll globally rose to 565 people, and there are somewhere around 28,000 confirmed cases in China. That is where the majority of the illness, people that have been infected, and deaths has been. 563 deaths have been in China. Okay. One death was in the Philippines, and another one was in Hong Kong. Okay. There have been no deaths over in the United States. There have been 10 confirmed cases in the United States, I believe it is. 12 confirmed cases. There has also been a ship that is off the coast of Japan that they have quarantined. They won't let the people off of there. They have found that 20 people on there have the virus as well. 2 of them on there are women, United States citizens, okay? They are 60, 70 years old. So those are also 2 Americans that are counted in the American count there, the United States count up. But yeah, a lot of people have been infected, are sick from it, but we haven't had any deaths here in the United States, okay? We just got a plane that came in from China of 178 U.S. citizens. They took them to an Air Force base in Sacramento. They will quarantine them for 14 days. I guess that's the incubation period to make sure that they are, you know, they don't have it. And then they're, you know, then they'll be free to go. But yeah, like I said, the disease is something that we need to be concerned about, but I'm not sure if we got to be at worry just yet. Now, if you was over in China, that would be different. There are starting to be some concerns about the Olympics that's coming up in Tokyo. You know, if this is going to affect them, you know, if it will get spread out that way, you know, nobody kind of knows yet. But they're afraid that just the thought of going in that direction is going to discourage a lot of people, and that it might, you know, cut into the travel industry and the tourist industry and all of that is attached with the Olympics, when they get a lot of people that come into the country to, you know, celebrate and go to the events. So they've got a lot to worry about over that way. Again, we're just trying to be safe this way. They're saying make sure that you wash your hands a lot. If you're going to just use, you know, like a hand sanitizer, make sure it's alcohol based. You know, you just need to, the same things that you do when you're trying not to catch a cold from somebody is the same things that you need to do trying to not catch the coronavirus as well. So that's that on that. But it is growing, and it is considered a pandemic. I actually did some research and read up. I did not realize that the flu is considered a pandemic, even though that is a, you know, but the flu, which has been going on and on for years, been different versions of the flu here, but the flu is considered one as well. Influenza, I guess I should say, is considered a pandemic as well. So just giving you guys a little light on that one. Be careful out there, be safe, be clean. All right, you guys, this situation, okay, it's Oprah and Gayle. It's a few things. You guys know that Monique wrote a letter, an open letter to Oprah. I did not write down the letter. However, Monique does accuse Oprah of basically attacking her own, not standing up and, you know, being there for the little person that has been affected. Monique used herself as an example, that she felt like Oprah and Tyler had done her wrong and that Oprah did not speak up for her. However, Oprah has decided to speak up for many victims that has been, you know, hurt by Russell Simmons or R. Kelly or whoever these women could be. She points out, however, that she has not had anything to say about Harvey Weinstein, saying how Oprah said in an interview that she would rather look on the look for the silver lining on a cloud or something like that. You know, it was I don't know the full interview of what Oprah had said, and I'm paraphrasing what Monique has said. So you guys just kind of might have to do your own research on this one. But Monique has had a lot to say about Oprah. Very valid points in what she said. We know that Monique has a problem with Oprah personally. So sometimes you just aren't really sure if Monique is using these things to her own advantage, or if she truly is trying to, you know, look out for the other people and just kind of pleading her case in the cases of all these other women that Oprah supposedly is trying to help. Child. What I will say is I don't think Monique is ever going to get that apology or whatever that she wants from Oprah. It'll never happen. And Monique is going to continue to spin her wheels. This is one of those situations where you have totally given your, I don't want to say your sanity, because Monique is not crazy, but you can't seem to move on with your life because you still are stuck in trying to get Oprah to admit what she's done to you. Okay. I think that people are starting to maybe swing over to Monique's side a little bit as they see how Oprah has moved, in these last couple of years. It is interesting that she hasn't said anything about Weinstein, but now I feel like she probably won't say anything because everybody is trying to ride her about it, but yeah, I don't really know what else to say to Monique. She got her special, that's happening. Like, let's focus on moving forward. And you've gotten your point of, what is the word I'm trying to use? You have gotten your point over very well. Okay. It's really nothing else that can be done here, because I just feel like she really wants the apology. Oprah's not giving it. So, I don't know. But I have been disappointed in some of the things that Oprah has done. I don't know much about this Russell Simmons stuff, but what happened with the Michael Jackson thing. I actually was disappointed that she was involved in that. So that is that. When you're friends with somebody, sometimes you get lumped into the shit with them. So you got Gail, who is on a show, a news show, fancies herself as a reporter or a journalist or whatever, and does these interviews with people. And I think some people actually were okay with her with the R. Kelly interview. But when you lump the R. Kelly interview with the stuff that's going on with Oprah Winfrey, and then now this, which seemed to have been some sort of attack on the character of the deceased Kobe Bryant. It's, now you've got to pay for, what you said or did. Now, you guys know I was still really still heartbroken over what happened to Kobe Bryant. Like, every time I think about it, I just be like, it is still very hard to get past. Gail interviewing Lisa Leslie, I realize it's her job. These are the things that she has to ask. I know that case with Kobe Bryant is going to be the smear on an otherwise spotless, legacy. I figured it would come up after he had died, because there's always somebody that just wants to bring up some bullshit. I think I was just sort of like, this is just such in poor taste. The man ain't even been buried yet. We haven't had his funeral yet. And you're asking, kind of repeatedly, Lisa Leslie about, that rape case. Now, once Lisa Leslie said, well, that's not the man that I knew. I'd been around him and been in environments where he hadn't done this, that, and the other. Not saying that he did or didn't do whatever he did, or, they said that he did or didn't do. But that's not who I knew. I felt like that should have been enough of the answer, for Gail to go and say, well, that's not who you would know, and for her to press on. It's just sort of like, why are we doing this now? Like Lisa said, I mean, that happened. I was still in LA when that happened. I remember watching the news, the breakthrough news report when he admitted that, when they said that they were pressing charges. I was like, what? I remember seeing him and his wife sitting up there, and I just could not believe it. That was fucking 20 years ago almost. You mean to tell me you couldn't ask, Gail, you didn't want to get these things resolved over these 20 years? You guys are going to wait until the man is dead, and then you want to drag his name through the mud. Okay. we're not gonna let you do it. We're just not gonna let you do it. And of course, even though I feel like Boosie and Snoop Dogg, you know, all of that they doing and cussing them out and something, you know, something about men cursing out women and saying that they gonna do something to women, that like bothers me too, you know. But yeah, it is very upsetting that they're doing that, and it makes you feel like there's some sort of agenda, you know, like we just can't never, you know, it's plenty of, you know, I don't want to make it be about race, but there's plenty of other people who have done things that once they die, we don't just drag it all out and start talking about it again, you know. So I was disappointed, you know, with Gail for that. And now today she's come out and apologized and said that she would be mad too. She didn't know that this was going to be put out there. It's out of context, you know, whatever. I'll let Gail have that, okay? She's human. Sometimes we make mistakes, you know, in the quest to get the story, you know, and maybe do some shit that maybe we shouldn't do. So that's fine. But yeah, I thought it was an extremely poor taste that any of that was even brought up in that interview. But I'm still just sad about Kobe, you guys. Still just sad about it. What do you guys think about that though? Do you feel like it's some sort of agenda to be attacking these men? Do you feel like it's Gail's job to ask these questions as a reporter? I mean, we can't lie to ourselves and say that whole case didn't happen. It did happen. Okay. What do you guys think about all of that when you think about all that? Don't we just shouldn't we just allow the dead to be dead? Okay, at least can we get them in the ground? Okay, and let the family mourn before we start bringing up all of this other stuff that really doesn't help anybody at the moment. Like, you guys, just let me know what you think about that. All right, you guys, like, I'm so emotional today. It has been such a horrible day. It's just been a bad day. It started off bad from 5 o'clock this morning, and it just continues on. So I'm trying to get my attitude right, you guys. Next story. Nicki Minaj versus Meek Mill. I mean, you guys saw it yesterday all day. Them two went back and forth on Twitter and went off on each other and told everybody's business. I believe both sides of that story. You know, Meek Mill talking about her knowing that her brother was raping kids and her spending the money to, you know, to defend him anyway, and her saying that the mother had tried to get $20 million from her for what her brother did. And you guys, I'm sorry, but I mean, yeah, that shit is wrong, but fuck, your brother did something to my daughter. Somebody in that family needs to fucking pay. If you got $20 million to give me, then give it to me. I'm thinking to myself like, you know, but anyway, you know, they go back and forth. She says that he beat his mom and his sister and took video of it. And, you know, he said that she's a horrible person and everybody in the industry knows it and that she's mean and miserable. And, you know, it just went on all day long. All right. It's weird to me that they do these things because everybody has moved on. Like I told you guys last week, she's married. He's in a relationship, about to have a baby. Okay. How do you argue with an ex all day when you have a significant other? Why doesn't your significant other stop you with this? Finally, Meek Mill says to himself or tweets out, you know, I got a whole baby. My girl's here. She's pregnant. You know, me arguing with my ex is whack. You know, I'm going to get off of here. But it took all day for you to get to that conclusion. And honestly, that shit probably could have kept on going because, you know, I believe there could probably be truths to both sides of that story. What I will say, though, is like, are there feelings still involved here? Because why do we allow people that really don't matter no more this kind of access to our emotions, our feelings, our anger. Why do we allow that? You know, usually it's because there's still some unresolved something there. I don't even know if I'll say that them two want to get back together, but it's something that we ain't had no closure on neither sides. And it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous because we grown, and like I said, everybody then fucking moved on. If I was up there, if my husband was arguing with his ex all on Twitter and all that all day long, you know, he a celebrity, I would be so fucking pissed. Like, will you stop that shit? What the fuck? You know? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. So yeah, it's something there, y'all. That spark, it ain't went nowhere. Would y'all see it differently? Because why we doing all this, y'all? And then while we're talking about Nicki Minaj, I might as well mention this song that she has coming out called Yikes. People are all up in arms about one of the lines where she says, all you bitches, Rosa Parks, get your ass up, okay? People are upset because they think that she's being disrespectful to Rosa Parks. I see what she's trying to do there. It's a double entendre, okay? When we think of Rosa Parks, we think about her sitting at the front of the bus, okay? Not getting up. She's standing her ground right there, all right? She just used Rosa Parks to put us in that mindset, talking about making sure that you get up and go fight for your right, okay? She could have used a different name, all right? But this is the name that she chose, and it was going to be controversial enough for people to kind of think about, you know, what she was saying and all that. I know there's some people out there that think she's calling Rosa Parks a bitch, and saying like she should have got up when she was on the bus. Like, I don't think that's what she's saying, okay? It's just a line in a rap song at the end of the day. It is really... You know, could she have used somebody else? Was it in poor taste? Maybe so. It's just, you know, we not gonna lose sleep over this. The family has come out and said that she'd be hurt by what she said. And, you know, I don't even know if she might not even have used that line if Rosa Parks was still alive. You know, I don't know, you guys. I was just like reading that. So I was just like, why y'all? Anyway, y'all, give me y'all feelings on all of that I just gave you. All right, you guys, the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl went on without a hitch. Okay, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. What y'all president said that they did the state of Kansas well. He's so fucking stupid, you guys. Anyway, congratulations to them. They were the winners. I sat and watched it for whatever it's worth, and you know, I'm not into football, so it's just the act of getting together and celebrating something that's so widely done. That's kind of all I was doing, but it was whatever, you guys. The halftime show, I enjoyed the halftime show. You know, Shakira, her doing. I wish I could dance in this car because I was showing them, show you guys doing. I could do that shuffle and. But between her, you know, and J-Lo, I enjoyed it. It was cool. People were upset, said it was too sexy. Were upset that J-Lo had poles up there. I was just like, oh God. I mean, this is J-Lo. This is nothing in her little thing that she did looked any different than any of the other things that I've seen her on. I mean, it's sort of like Beyonce. Like, once you've seen their show, it's very similar, you know, in certain ways. So I'm not comparing her to Beyonce, y'all. Don't y'all be in my comments like that. You know, I was fine with it. People felt like it was too sexy. Did you feel like it was too sexy? People were also upset about the fact that Jay-Z and Beyonce, amongst other people, but they seem to be the focus, that they weren't standing when when Demi Lovato was singing the Star Spangled Banner. So Jay-Z had to come out afterwards, and he was speaking at, I think, Columbia University or something, and he let everybody know that it was no political protest. You guys remember he's in this deal with NFL. Rock Nation is responsible for the halftime show, all the entertainment that's put on at the Super Bowl. So he said that he simply was in that mode when it started. They were already seated. Okay, and then when Demi Lovato started singing, they just stayed seated because now they're talking about like, oh my God, is her mic too low? Is there too many speakers up there? Can everybody hear well? Are there, they were in production mode as far as Jay-Z is concerned. So that they didn't even really think about standing up because now they're just making sure that the show goes smoothly. I mean, that's fine enough for me. I'm so sick of everybody just standing up and sitting down and kneeling and all of this, But he said that he was not trying to have any protests. He had his daughter Blue Ivy with him. There's no way that he would try to stage a protest with his daughter being with him. Okay, so that's all that it was. There were many people in that room with them who none of them were standing. Okay, so it wasn't like it even stood out that they weren't standing as well. Somebody caught it on camera, so there you have it. I just need people to either love Jay-Z or be mad at him. Okay, now he's doing this shit with the NFL, and so y'all just let him do what he got to do with the NFL. He felt like there was no need to have any kind of protest because look, they've got Latina artists, 2 Latina artists up there. I mean, that was a big, for lack of better words, fuck you in your face right there. Okay, we've got all of this out on the field, so they didn't feel like they needed to do anything else. But that's that, you guys. Did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you enjoy it? Did your team win? And then lastly, you guys, in quickies, it is so dark I can't even see anything. Oh, congratulations to Viola Davis. She will be portraying Michelle Obama in a series that's coming on Showtime. I told you guys about this a while ago. I didn't know that she was going to be in it, but remember I told you that there was going to be a show on Showtime called First Ladies, and it is going to concentrate on former first ladies who've had like a substantial impact on history. I think it's going to be Eleanor Roosevelt, it's going to be Betty Ford, and it's going to be Michelle Obama. And so Viola Davis is playing Michelle Obama. It's going to be executive produced by her husband. Okay, what's her husband's name? I wrote it down, y'all. I need some glasses, you guys. I cannot fucking see. Julius, okay? He's executive producing it along with other people, but he is on the team. So I was like, girl, that's right. Keep it in the family. Keep it in the family. But congratulations to her. Looking, I actually, I was like, oh, is Viola too old? Like, is she going to play the young Michelle Obama too? But then I was like, wait a minute. Michelle Obama is actually older than Viola Davis. So that should work out fine. We'll be looking forward to that, especially with How to Get Away with Murder ending this year. Y'all, I don't even feel like talking about this, but I will. They say that Dennis McKinney supposedly might have another baby. That when him and Portia broke up, when he cheated, and they broke up for that little time, that he laid down with another woman and got her pregnant. Child, they said that he had posted a picture of him in little PJ on his Instagram. And somebody in the comments said, that's very cute, but don't forget you have another one. Or you have a son, because supposedly it's a little boy. And he was like, bitch, I don't have no other child. Shut up. So, you never know with these things. People could just be saying whatever they want to say in the comments, just trying to bring you extra drama. But we cannot forget that Portia just a few weeks ago posted some real cryptic messages on her Instagram saying, she gonna tell it all, or you should tell it all, and put up a little clown emoji and all that, and then kind of made it a point to take a picture with her finger not showing, so we could could or couldn't see if she was still considering herself engaged to Dennis McKinney. Look, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's for the show. You know, I would hope that the nigga ain't got sense enough to be, ain't stupid enough to go and get some other bitch pregnant when you trying to work it out with your woman and you know, so I just was like, what is the average man doing these days? You know, it's just like, what? I'm telling you, they move so differently these days now. They ain't the same as they used to be, child. They ain't the same. So I don't know if that's true or not, but we gonna wait and see. I also saw real quickly in my comments that Nene has reserved, is that the word? I don't think that's the word. But she's now being represented by Lisa Bloom, you know, reality show lawyer. Lisa Bloom is also, I think, representing Black China and all these other people. She was trying to help Tierra Marie until she fucked that up. And okay, so anyway, she's reserved her, and I don't really know why. She hasn't said why, but it's just been week after week. It's been one thing or the next with Nene. I don't know if this is some sort of distraction tactic because there's talk of her leaving. Okay, Sky Santana, I did read your message. None of it makes sense to me. I just don't know. I don't know why, you know, we keep hearing about Nene and every week is something else. All right, whether or not Greg has this baby, okay, now she's gonna sue somebody. Her getting into the shit with Kenya, her getting into the shit with Yvonne. You know, I don't know. But I think they still would like to get rid of Nene. And like Sky Santana said, maybe this is like her way of trying to get on the public's, you know, our pity. And us be like, oh, poor Nene. And, you know, possibly get kept on the show. I don't know, though. We'll see what goes on there. The only way that I think she's going to get any pity is if that story does turn out to be true, that Greg got somebody else pregnant. Okay? And I mean, and turn up a baby. Okay? Because otherwise, if we ain't got no baby to show for it, who even said that it happened? Okay? So I don't know what the deal is with that one there, but we're going to keep our eye on Nene too. This shit with Meg Thee Stallion and G-Eazy. No, I don't think that they're a couple. I think it's stunts and shows. Don't they have a song or something coming out together? Supposedly he has a woman. You know, Meg seems to be the type to like to have fun, push the envelope a little bit, get you guys to saying shit and thinking shit. And I think she's working on an album right now. It's got a lot of eyes on her. So I think that this is just a part of that machine. All right. We ain't got to worry about that one, y'all. Also, you guys, they're saying that Bukky and her hair and Caesar from Black Ink, that they're a couple. I believe that might be bullshit as well. You know, we can't never really trust these reality show relationships. Wasn't he supposedly talking to Carly at one time? Okay, now it's Bukky and her hair. Is Bukky and her hair gonna end up fighting with Carly on Atlanta? You know, it's just like, whatever. I don't believe it, but supposedly they're a couple right now. Peter Guns. I guess this is all like a Love and Hip Hop reality show version of Quickies, huh? Peter Guns is supposed to be the next host of Cheaters. That's right, you guys. The director of Baby Daddies from the Creep Squad. He will be replacing long-term host over there, whatever that creepy guy's name is, who always tries to sound like he feels so sorry for these people. Now they're gonna have Peter Guns doing it. Can't you just see him with like a cigar hanging out his mouth and him just like talking to her with a tank top on that's kind of dirty and some damn Timbs? That should be interesting. He is the new talent there. And then lastly, you guys, congratulations to Erica and Safari. They are the proud parents of a bouncing baby girl. I don't know what the little girl's name is, but they did have the baby just the other day. Okay, so I'm just like, Safari, honey, you in it now? They seem to be happy, so congratulations to the happy couple. All right, you guys, that is it. I forgot to tell you guys also at the beginning about my hair, because I said that I would mention this. This hair is some sort of like Afro kinky type hair. Okay, I don't believe it is not human hair. But the hair is provided by Bukky, who actually did my hair. This is the same person that did my hair before she did it this time as well. I don't have nothing to do with none of that. I just sit my head there and she put the hair on. So I don't know what it's called. I don't, you know, I guess is a version of those runway curls that Musika had. Remember her from Cutting in the A, or whatever the name it was called of the show? Okay, I actually believe Bukky used to work with her. And this is a lot of the similar method, okay? Some twists, it's individual braids, and then it twists at the end. And the hair is like kinky, but it also has a curl to it. So that is it. I don't know what the hair is called. I didn't provide the hair. She provided the hair. She did the service, and that's it. I just got up when she was done. So that's it. But if you're interested in getting your hair done, I think that she sells the hair, so you could actually just get the hair from her if you wanted to. But if you wanted to get the whole service, I'm gonna put her number down in the box below and y'all can have at it, okay? But yeah, so that's it. And I love it. It's very, very lightweight. I have very problematic edges. And I never feel like this pulls on my hair at all. It's super, super light. I just put it up in a bun at night, and in the morning I just take it down and I just shake it out, okay? And then I just go, and it'd be a whole bunch of big. It's one of those fun, easy, different hairstyles for me. And so yeah, that's what that is, you guys. So I meant to put that at the beginning of the video and totally forgot, so I am sorry about that. But that's it. I'm gonna get off of here, get on back to work, you guys. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.